crazy happening there. But I think this will give us a little bit more space. Is that centered? There's 3 on the left, 3 on the right. Yeah, okay, that is actually centered. It just doesn't look like it because of the way the grid's set up. Okay, cool. So spawn points. So that's pretty easy. We just drag a spawn point into here, and we need to line that up with our question mark and our stars. Yep. And then we just rotate that by 90 degrees and call that P1. Right. And then we can duplicate that and bring the other one down here and line that up with everything, and then just pull that over to 270. Okay. That's our redesigned level 1. I feel like there maybe needs to be one more weapon in the middle here. So I was thinking about it, and I think it makes sense to have about one weapon for every 3 stars, right? So we want players to pretty much be picking up 3 stars for every weapon that they collect, to keep the game pace about right. So if we have 6, 12, 16, then that's perfect, right? Well, almost perfect. Maybe a bit too many weapons, but the weapons are kind of in weird places. So I like this design. So even though this is quite a simple level, as soon as the player enters this level, they're essentially given 2 choices, and they're interesting choices. They either go down this way and immediately get some stars and pick up a power-up, right, which is quite good in the early game, but essentially they're giving up that middle area. So the middle area is where all the good stuff is. So if you can own that middle area early, in fact, I think so. If we've got 16, so that means you'll need 9 stars to win. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So essentially, if you can get in the central area and pick up most of the stars, you can pretty much just win off that. But I think as long as one of the other player gets at least 2 of these stars, so the player could actually just pick up 2. If you pick up 2, then that essentially cuts the other player off from these other ones, and then you could bring up 2. So they'd only bring you up to 8. So I don't think that would be enough either. We could add a couple of stars maybe on the path here. So in line with these, right? So now there's like a little bit more incentive to sort of scream past it, and that brings our total up to 18. So you need 10 stars to win. So if you got 3, 3, so yeah, I like that. So having this configuration means that essentially every group of 3 stars needs to be involved in the victory. Pretty much, right? 6. Like you could basically get those 9, those 10. So yeah, you need to involve. If you yeah, all right. I think that's good. All right, so now we've got our spawn points in the level 1. Maybe we should just create a placeholder. Don't know. So you can see, all right, our players are sort of in the wrong positions now. Put them here. But now it doesn't really matter. Okay. So let's try our level loading. So if I push 2, replace by in base on a null instance. Okay, well, let's just put a breakpoint here and figure out what went wrong. Because that's I don't expect that to be null at all. So the new level is an object, and the current level is. Oh, we are the world. So why are we looking for the level inside? Okay, so that will allow us now to do that. And oh yeah, I forgot. Our game state needs to have a reset level method. And I think we've kind of got one. We call it reset, but I think reset level. Because what we want to do is we actually want to count the scores, the meta scores for each player, right? I also think one other thing I've noticed when I was playing testing was that our power up feels a little too slow, right, when you're shooting. So I might just put this up to like 75. I think that'll feel better. Oops, something happened. Can shoot. And okay. Get index 0. Play game state dot weapons. So we shouldn't really be accessing the game state from our controls. We should be using some sort of public method. It's just my alarm. Yeah. Sorry, one moment. Okay. So how are we looking now? So for some reason, this get index on base nil. So it feels like our game state weapons aren't available. So what I think we should be doing is have a public API called can shoot, and we'll say the player number is there. and we'll essentially, where was that error happening? Can shoot player number, right? And then we can just implement that. So we changed this, I know why. We changed this reset level, but we actually call that within ourselves somewhere. This one here. Okay, so that's now going to set up our initial state. And let's just try our weapon speed. Okay, that doesn't feel too bad. Let's have a look. Cool. So one thing I realized is that I think the power-up strength should live in the game state. Maybe. I was thinking maybe like slowing time down as you took aim. Maybe that's made a little bit much for now. Maybe what I do want to make the angular momentum, so the angular dampening increase as you're building up your strength meter. So I think what we kind of want to do is bring the player state into its own node and then query that. Because a lot of the stuff isn't really to do with the player state. Or we could just, yeah, I think it's maybe okay to put a public method and just allow you to get the shoot strength, right? Func get shoot strength and just return the shoot strength. In fact, you know what? I think let's just let them access that directly. So then what we can say is when we update dampening, so let's export another float here. Export float variable and just say what will we call this? Aim assist angular dampening multiplier. And it's going to be 0.2, I think. So at full (0.1). So